Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. We're talking my boy LaMarcus Aldridge is a goner. He's leaving the Spurs. As of this video, we don't know how and when, but the Spurs are looking for a trade. Oh my goodness. Needless to say, I'm a little shocked by this. And it's not because he's been playing lights out, but the Spurs often don't trade players. They often don't get involved in this type of thing, and especially publicly. So for Pop to make a statement about this, that was a little different, way different. And I'm embarrassed to say, tonight I had a video planned where I was going to claim this would never happen. No trades will possibly happen this season.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I know. Thank God I didn't make that video. That would have been hella embarrassing, man. But the Spurs just don't do this type of thing, especially with Aldridge coming off the bench and being rather productive. You get what I'm saying? So I can't get too excited about this until I see what we're getting in return, because this could easily turn into a buyout situation. Easily. And I see y'all on the internet happy, and I'm not blaming y'all for being happy, but I think y'all might be overdoing it just a tad until we see what we're getting in return. Man, y'all was happier than Thor. Y'all was happier than Uncle Phil and Will Smith off the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Mrs. Robertson and her daughter Wendy. Damn!
Y'all was happier than daggone Tobey Maguire. Yes, I'm doing that clip again. It just never gets old to me. It never gets old, man. But basically what I'm saying is you guys aren't wrong to feel this way, because we could get some pieces back in return. But as of this video and as of right now, we don't know what we're getting. We on some Forrest Gump type job.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
So because of that, it's kind of hard for me to get excited about this. This is a bittersweet moment for several reasons, okay? Not just the trade itself. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel. Okay, like I said before, this is kind of like a bittersweet moment, because I remember when the Spurs signed Aldridge back in 2015. I was in a restaurant. I was in Florida on vacation with the fam, and I heard the news, and I literally was dancing in the restaurant. I remember that. And because it was the biggest free agent signing the Spurs had ever had, at least since I've been a fan. I've been a fan since the David Robinson days. So this was the biggest acquisition in free agency the Spurs ever got. And it was a big deal because think about it, man. He left Portland. Portland had its woes, it had its issues, but that's not really a surefire move right there to go from Portland to the Spurs. A team in transition, a team searching for identity. The big three were, getting older. We weren't quite contending. We were right there, but we weren't quite definitively in the finals. So this was a big deal. So like him leaving the Spurs on a poor note and seeing it not work out for him, seeing him not become the player we thought he would, seeing him not get the championship he was probably inadvertently promised, is bittersweet to me. You get what I'm saying? Because, despite the criticism over the last couple of years of Aldridge, overall, he's been playing up to par. Like, he's been doing his part. I mean, he was an all-star, 3 or 4 times with the Spurs? He averaged, he had 1 year where he averaged like 23 and 9, always around the 20-point mark, always around the double-double mark, maybe like 8 or 9 rebounds, something like that. I don't really see him missing the mark. What really hurt him was the whole Kawhi situation, because when LaMarcus Aldridge was peaking, that was when Kawhi was peaking. And if he wasn't hurt, thanks to the thugs on the Warriors, or perhaps Kawhi, didn't listen to his uncle, or Popovich was more flexible, whatever the story is, then that's a championship or two, y'all. And his persona, Aldridge's persona, is completely different. Completely different. So again, it's hard for me to rejoice when he's not on the Spurs anymore. It's hard for me to rejoice that it didn't work out. Does he need to go now? You can make that argument. But like I said before, as of this video, this could be a buyout situation where the Spurs get nothing in return. Now, if we're trying to make the playoffs, a playoff push, Aldridge coming off the bench, that was still legitimate. He was averaging around what, 14 and 6, 14, 6 and 7. Is he living up to his salary? No. But he's coming off the books this summer, and with the league knowing that the Spurs and Aldridge have agreed to part ways, they're going to probably pull their punches as far as giving us something in return. If anything, we might get some picks more so than pieces for Aldridge. So I've seen some scenarios out there, and don't get me wrong, this can completely work out for us, you know, and I hope it does. I hope it works out for both parties. Popovich has that type mentality, that type of attitude as well, because LMA has been nothing but a professional for this Spurs team. I remember he did request a trade at one point. People forget about that. He requested a trade before Kawhi. Okay, that's a red flag, but that's a video for another day. But other than that, he's been a professional. So I want this to work out for him. I want it to work out for the Spurs as well. All right, so again, before I get out of here, I just want to reiterate that, hey, I'm not necessarily saying we should keep LMA. I'm just saying, you know, let's not rejoice until we see how this pans out, because we could still end up with nothing via buyout. We can end up with some peanuts in a trade, and I guess that's better than getting nothing and he walking in the summer. So I guess that'll be good as well. But I don't think this is going to be the slam dunk everyone is hoping for. But heck, like I said earlier in the video, I didn't think the Spurs were even going to do this. I didn't think they were even going to entertain this. So I could be completely wrong about this. So I'm interested to see how this pans out. Again, it's just a bittersweet moment for me as a fan, if I'm being honest. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Check out the other videos in the channel. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this situation. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.